Because look, I just don't believe that I was designed to live in that cage, that 5x7 cage,
Come
like that.
on.
And I stayed there for 1,088 days. I counted them.
Yes, sir.
1,088 days. I was locked up in there, man. And, once the Lord allowed me to get out, hey, it's history. I know some people, they say, it's a revolving door that you get out, you're going to go back in within a year or 3 years. But I've been out now almost 30 years. Got out in
Glory be to
94.
God.
As a matter of fact, this year, March the 27th, will be 30 years that I've been out of the penitentiary. And,
Already, man.
God has
Glory
been
be
good.
to God. Yes, sir. Yes,
Got
sir.
out in 91, man. And I tell you, man, it's a story just like Joseph for me, because
Yes, sir.
even in the penitentiary, I found favor with the Warrens and everything. Ended up being an inmate lawyer there for 3 years at Wade Correctional Center in Homer. Went to the halfway house, met a gentleman by the name of UAP Lawson, who's a real estate agent. Well, he's a real estate owner down there in Rapides Parish. Man, took me in. I was telling someone, as a matter of fact, I was telling the church this week, this guy treated me just like a father. My father died when I was a year and 3 months old. He drowned. So I never really knew my real father. But UA Lawson said to me when I was still in prison, he said, son, if I eat, you gonna eat. I'll never forget those words. And he just died last year. I was one of the speakers at his funeral. So of course, and I talk about him in my book, From Prisoner to PhD, and how he mentored me and did some great things. And some of the other people like Roy Neal Shelley over at Reed Avenue Elementary School in Monroe, Louisiana. These were people, African American men who put their arms around me and say, hey, look, I understand where you've been, but I see some potential and I want to work with you. And, they helped me. Leroy
Yes,
Land,
sir.
some of these guys, man, they really helped me out tremendously. So, and I thank God, for putting people like that in my path who seen some things in me and say, hey, you know what? Just because you lose a battle doesn't mean
Come
that you
on.
lost the war. Okay.
Yes, sir.
We all lose certain battles in life, but that
All right.
does not mean that you lost the war. And